Hey everybody, Arielle here. Thank you for having me. I am honored to be here and to be able to share my story of my guitar and why I play what I do and a little bit about it. And I think that's everything. As a guitar player, as a musician, we have so many options of tools, of our gear, that whatever we play, you know for sure has a story of some kind. So this guitar is no exception to that. This is a BMG Arielle, and that's a Brian May guitar, which is crazy to have my name next to Brian May on the headstock is insane. So the way that this all started was about 13 years ago, a friend of mine and I, we built a guitar that I've lovingly named Two-Tone, and it looks very similar to this. It has a few differences that I'll talk about a bit later, but I made it because I was so inspired by Brian May that I wanted to have my own guitar that I could have that was unique to me, that was kind of a combination of specs from 5 different guitars, including a Brian May guitar, which I had the pickups from, as well as a 80s BC Rich Warlock. I took the scale length from that, a nice 25.5-inch scale length, as well as the reverse headstock that it had. And I had a Fender Jagmaster Squire, and that had a really cool 2-point bridge, and it was modded with an LSR roller nut. And then I had I never actually had a Firebird, but I was inspired by the Firebird design, that the 3 pieces glued together and the centerpiece raised. And I had a neck through for two-tone, and a Gibson Les Paul, the Midnight Manhattan. It had a ebony fretboard and beautiful blue. And so that and a few other little specs from some other guitars helped design the guitar Two-Tone, and it's been my guitar. I've been playing that guitar longer than anything. To me, when I think of guitar, I think of Two-Tone. I don't know what I would do without that guitar. It's one of my, I think I have two friends, including Brian, that I've known longer than that guitar. So every time I pick it up, I feel grateful. So that's basically this is a descendant of Two-Tone. So what's interesting about this guitar is that it's called, some people are calling it a signature, but it's not actually a signature because it's not what I've been playing. It's not what Brian's been playing, of course, either. So it's really a combination of his guitar, features that we love about his guitar, and features of my guitar. And then it's created its own thing. So of course, it's got the two-tone body shape as well as the diagonal paint job. And what we've changed is, of course, we have the Brian May guitar headstock, which is the 3-on-3, kind of like a Flying V-esque headstock, which I've got to say, I was a bit resistant to at first, but now that I can feel what it's like, just to bend is so much easier on this guitar. And it does stay in tune pretty well. And also, the ability to bend is so easy. You can just fly around and bend as far as you want with this neck, unlike Two-Tone. And this has got some good bottom, good low end on it, but it's not overpowering. So it records really well, really well and smoothly and very evenly. So everything you hear, I'm not modding at all. You can just hear it flat. I think that's important. And then it's got the specific fret markers as the Brian May guitar. It's wired the same way as the Brian May guitar. So this is kind of neat. I'll just show you a few little special things about the pickups here. So right now I'm using the neck pickup. Now if I add in the middle humbucker and I put it in phase, it sounds like this. Now if I take one of those out of phase, so it's very much a coda sound. I think I've counted over 30 different variations you can get. That actually sound different, even depending on which pickup you reverse. Some people say it shouldn't be that way, but I can totally hear a difference. Anyway, so what this means to me overall is just to be able to have a guitar that has a story that mine does, but also to be able to create a guitar that's unique to the design is something that someone can make their own. It's a story that I've been able to have for a long time, but I'm really excited to be able to have other people experience that story and take this guitar and make it something for their own sound, your own tone, your own story with a nice story attached to it. So that excites me a lot, and I'm very grateful for everyone who's shown interest. I was on the road and my fans kept asking me, hey, where do I get one? And I was kind of flabbergasted because creating this guitar was never something I thought would be something that other people would want. I thought it was just kind of like my spec guitar, you know? And it seemed selfish to not give people an option if they wanted one. So here it is. And everything here has been worked on, from the caps that are inside it to the exact pots, the exact switches. I've geeked out with my friend Adam Chmarney in Southampton. Amazing guitar builder, fixer. He's an amazing guy. So we've tweaked as much as we could, as well as working with Brian May. We've had many an adventure and conversation over how to make this guitar great. And the last thing is that I wanted to mention was how important this guitar is to me, and being able to validate actually cutting down more endangered trees to make a guitar. I've decided to plant, for the first 24 guitars that are sold, I am planting Tonewood trees all around lots that I've purchased and my friend and I are doing. All Tonewood trees. We've got mahogany and koa right now, and we're working on ash and a few others. So I'm really excited and honored that when you buy a guitar, you're also actively working on protecting and reforesting these particular trees that we're cutting down at a pretty high rate. So so lots of good things when you pick up one of these. So thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm honored, and I really look forward to hopefully seeing one of these guys in your hands, even if you're just messing around with it. I want to know what you think. Lots of love, guys. Take good care of yourselves during this time, and see you soon.